Perek HaMekabel Sod Mechavero, Daf Kuf Yudalit, sponsored the Refuah Shalema for Tinok Ben Esther Sarah. The Gemara inquires whether an assessment is made for a borrower, as is done for one who made an erech vow. The Torah states concerning both of them, he became poor. Perhaps apply a gezerah shava. The Gemara brings a machlokas concerning the law for a non-erech vow. One contributed a sum of money to the temple. Regarding a non-erech vow, there is no verse dispensing him of paying the full amount of his contribution. Perhaps there is also no assessment, or perhaps there is an assessment for any vow. Rabbi Yaakov and Rabbi Yomi hold there is no assessment on a non-erech vow based on a kal v'chomer from a borrower, although a lender up to 30 days after the deadline must return a security to the borrower. In spite of this, there is no assessment. Certainly a regular vow to the temple where there is no requirement to return a security, there is no assessment. Although this premise can be challenged by way of a kal v'chomer from an erech vow, there is an assessment even though the temple is not obligated to return a security. Certainly a loan where there is an obligation to return a security, there should be an assessment. The Gemara rejects this based on a verse regarding erech vows that states, V'imach hu, teaching if the vowed became poor, there is an assessment, but not when the borrower became poor. Finally, the Gemara rejects a kal v'chomer teaching an obligation to return a security taken by the temple for an erech vow. A lender is required to return a security that does not lead to an assessment for the borrower. An erech vow that does require an assessment for the vowed surely requires a security returned. Regarding a lender, the Torah states, Ulecha tieh tzedakah. For you it will be considered charity. Teaching an important aspect of returning a security is the lender being charitable. Hashem, who is the creditor of Hegdish, does not require an exercise in charity. Rav Yochanan holds that a non-erech vow is assessed, learn from an erech vow. The Torah states, Ish ki afli neder be'erkecha. The words neder be'erkecha indicate a non-erech vow is associated with erchin. He concludes there is an assessment for both. However, Rabbi Yaakov and Rabbi Yomi explain the comparison to one who donates a vital limb or organ to the temple is a donation of his full value. On the other hand, an erech vow of a hand does not require any donation. A non-erech vow requires only the value of his hand. The next point of the Gemara is to explain a verse regarding the lender's rights to a security. The verse states, V'im ish anihu lo sishka bavoto. If the borrower is a poor man, the lender should not lie down with the security. Apparently, if wealthy, the lender may sleep with it. This is RABBIS, interest. Rav Sheshes explains the verse to mean if the borrower is wealthy, the lender can go to sleep without returning it. The Gemara brings a machlokas how to explain a difficult brisa. The brisa states a lender is not permitted to exact the security from the borrower, is not obligated to return it, and violates all these prohibitions. Rav Sheshes explains that the lender violated the prohibition to exact the security. If he does not return it, he violates all the commandments associated with returning a security. Rava explains the lender cannot exact the security not given to him at the time of the loan. In addition, he must return it in order not to violate all the commandments associated with returning a security. But if the borrower gave it willfully at the time of the loan, the lender is not required to return it. The Gemara discusses another difficult brisa. One verse concerning returning a security states, Ad bo hashemesh tishivenu lo, until sundown return it to him, refers to a night garment. This is difficult. Why was it necessary to return a night garment until sundown? Another verse states, Hashev tashiv lo esavot kvo hashemesh. You shall surely return the security by sundown refers to a day garment. This is difficult. What use does the borrower have for a day garment at night? Rava explains ksuslaila to mean a day garment that may be taken by night. Ksusyom means a night garment that may be taken by day. If you're enjoying Daf in 5, please subscribe.